Hello. Okay, I think I was not audible. Let me repeat all the things, guys. I Good morning to everyone, and I welcome all the students on English Medium Prep by Exam for YouTube channel. And I'm Kumar Ravi. I teach science, and I go live 10 a.m. in the morning daily to discuss some important questions of various exams for the various exams, as well as some previous year's questions which have already been asked in different government exams. Okay, so guys, the second thing I would say that keep yourself healthy mentally and physically both, so that you can concentrate on your studies, because a bad health can harm your studies also. Okay, so that's why keep yourself healthy so that you can study very well, you can score very well marks. Okay, so guys, as we have already told that we have a very great team and great team members, and they are very much experts in their subjects. Okay, so you just watch them free of cost on YouTube, and I will suggest that don't miss any session, any subject YouTube session that is for your syllabus, that actually has been that has included in your syllabus. Okay, so never miss that session. I go live 2 times in a day, 10 a.m. at right now. I will discuss the questions. I discuss the questions, previous set questions, and at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I teach the theory portion of science. Okay, that is very important part actually. Science is being asked, so the questions based on science is being asked in different examinations, and the level of the science questions is increasing day by day, as well as the number of questions are also increasing the day by day. Okay, so these are the some free batches actually. But when we talk about the paid batches, actually paid batches are for those students who are actually preparing for the government jobs, and they don't have any study material, and they don't have the basic idea of the subjects. Okay, so we teach from very basic level to advanced level in our paid batches, and we just complete all the syllabus within time, so that a student can have the time for the practice also. Okay, so we provide the live class lectures, doubt sessions, PDF study material, and if you want hard copy, then we can also provide that. And all these things, we provide you some mock test on our online platform, that so that you can evaluate your preparation, you can evaluate your degree of preparation, level of preparation. Okay, so to join that those paid batches, you will have to download the application actually. You will have to download the Android application, official application. Okay, of example, and first of all you will have to go to Play Store, and then you will have to type examport, then you will see examport sarkari nokri prep. Okay, example sarkari nokri prep, you will have an option install. Then you will have to install that into your phone, and then after installing you will see the two options. Number one, open and uninstall. You will have to open by clicking open. Okay, now you will have the two options, register and login. Okay, register and login. So if you click the register, then you will have to fill that form, and your ID will be created on our application. And if you have already registered yourself, then you will have to log in, and by providing the credentials you will be able to log in the application, and you will see the many kinds of many kinds of categories. Okay, categories means streams in which the batches are being run right now, and you can just select 1, 2 or 3 batches, whatever you want to join. Okay, you can collect, and then you can see, and you can easily join that by paying a very nominal fees for that batch online, through online mode. You can pay your fees by internet banking, by credit card, by debit card, or by UPI also. There are all types of options are already available. Okay, so after paying the fees, then you can join that batch, and you can start your preparation. And you can, if you have already some knowledge, then you can boost your preparation, okay, with expert teams. So guys, this is the method you can join our paid batches. Now if we ask about, yes, if we ask about this question, okay, if we ask about this question, then what we will have to do, then what we will have to do, tell me, then what we will have to do. Question, please do like and share this session among all your friends so that they can also get the benefit of this session. Okay, so cricket player, cricket player, yes, cricket player moves his hands back to catch the ball coming at high speed. The rate of change of linear momentum of the ball is reduced so as not to cause injury. When the ball comes down, its weight starts decreasing so that hands don't hurt. So that hands don't hurt. Some players move their hands back so that their style of play remains new, so that the player can hold the ball firmly. So which option is correct actually? Cricket player moves his hands back to catch the ball coming at high speed. The rate of change of momentum of the ball is reduced so as not to cause injury. Okay, actually this one is the correct option, because we all know that if a ball which is coming with velocity, very high velocity v, and if the mass of the ball is m, okay, and after some time the ball comes into the state of rest, okay, ball comes into the state of rest like this, okay, then the becomes equal to, then the momentum becomes equal to 0. Here momentum is equal to m into v, okay, then force this is equal to delta p upon delta t, okay, and this is the rate of change of linear momentum. This is the rate of change of linear momentum. Okay, if delta t increases, if delta t increases, it means the time taken from this place to this place, okay, if delta t increases, it means the time taken by the ball to come into the state of rest. This is delta t, this is delta t, okay. So this is delta t actually, okay. So this is the rate of change of linear momentum, and this is f actually, force applied, okay. So if the value of t increases, then the rate of change of linear momentum delta p by delta t decreases, and hence the value of force also decreases, and this is the reason that our hands don't get hurt, okay. So guys, if you are watching live, then please comment and please answer all these questions so that you can know that if you know the correct answer or not, okay. So just comment your answer so that I can also know that you have some knowledge, and you are very eager to just acquire the knowledge, okay. So question number 5, please comments, you guys are just watching all these sessions, okay. Hmm. Okay, just just consider the following statements. When the moving vehicle suddenly stops, it falls backward due to inertia. Gun strikes backwards, cause action reaction. In sports, a pile of sand is laid on the ground for the high jumper to fall, okay, to generate inertia. Which of the above statements is or are true? Okay. Then which one is the correct answer? Consider the following statements. When the actually this one is the first option, this one is the first option, okay, and this one is the second option, and this one is the third option, okay. So when the moving vehicle suddenly stops, it falls backwards. Nope. Actually, first is the incorrect, because if the vehicle running in the forward direction suddenly stops, then the man is standing or sitting inside the vehicle just goes in the forward direction. Okay, so due to this is actually known as the inertia of motion. Okay, this is known as inertia of motion. This is known as inertia of motion. Inertia of motion. Okay. Point number two. Point number two. Gun strikes backwards, cause action reaction. Gun strikes backwards, cause action reaction. Absolutely true. And this one was the incorrect, but this is correct. In sports, a pile of sand is laid on the ground for the high jumper to fall to generate inertia. That is absolutely wrong. The sentence is correct, but the reason is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, and hence only 2 is the correct answer. So C part is the correct answer. Okay, guys, if you are watching me live, then please do comment or just answer all the questions. I am here. Okay, I am discussing, and these questions are actually only for you. I am here only for you. Okay, so if you have any doubt, then please ask me, and if you know any questions answer, then please do comment. If you don't know, then still comment. What is your name and city name? Okay, state name, where are actually watching this video from? Okay, now question number 6. When a man jumps out of the boat on the bank of the river, the boat retreats. Okay, option A is the correct answer actually, because you can see, suppose that this is the water, and suppose that this is the river bank. This is the river bank. Okay, and this is the river bank. So, and this and this. Okay, and this is the boat, and this is the boat. Okay, this is the boat. Now, and suppose that this is the boat, and if yes, if a man jumps, if a man jumps, then obviously if a man jumps like this, let me first draw the diagram correctly. So if the man jumps on the ground, then obviously it will push, he will push that boat in the backward direction. That will be known as the action force. Okay, this will be known as the action force. Then he will get the reaction force. Okay, and in this way he will reach the ground, but that boat will retrace its path, because it will go back from where it was actually coming. Okay, so it will retrace its path. A option will be the correct. A option will be the correct answer. Newton's first law defines which quantity? Newton's first law defines which quantity? Actually, this is a very confusing question. Most of the students, they just get confused that Newton's first law of motion define what. They actually get confused that Newton's first law of motion defines what, which quantity, momentum or action reaction or force or acceleration. Actually, when we state the Newton's first law of motion, and then we say that our body always try to remain in the same state as it was until and unless we apply an external unbalanced force. So here Newton's first law of motion actually defines, yeah, or we can say that Newton's first law of motion want to say that Newton's first law of motion means that a body will always remain in the rest if it is in the rest, if you don't pull or push. Or it can also be said that a pull or push, a pull or push, these are the responsible for the change of the state of the body. If the body is in motion, if this body is in motion, then if you push that, then it will come into motion, and if you push that or pull that, then it will change its state. Or it means right now it is in the state of rest, then it will come into the come into motion. Okay, so we can say that force can be defined as or force is the only reason to change the state of the body. Okay, so here Newton's first law of motion actually defines force. So the Newton's first law of motion actually defines force. Okay, so Newton's first law of motion actually defines force. Okay, and Newton's first law of motion is also known as law of inertia. Law of inertia. Okay, inertia. This is inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of motion, inertia of direction, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Okay, so this is the law of inertia. I hope that you understand all these things. Okay, so if we talk about the law inertia of rest, I have already explained that. Suppose that if a bus is standing on a bus stand and you are sitting in the bus, now suddenly the bus driver starts the bus and just start moving very suddenly, then obviously your body will just go in the backward direction. It will try to acquire that original position actually, okay, in which it was. So that's why this is known as the inertia of rest. And suppose that if you are just sitting in the bus, if you are just sitting in the bus and the bus is moving with a very high speed or very low speed, whatever be the speed, and suddenly the driver applies the brakes suddenly, then obviously the bus will stop, but your body will not stop. Your body will always try to remain in the same state, and your body was in the state of motion, then obviously it will remain in the motion, and then your body will just go in the forward direction. Okay, and this is known as the inertia of motion. And now whenever we talk about the inertia of direction, suppose that if you are sitting in a bus, in a moving bus, and then suddenly a turn came and the driver just turns that bus in the left direction, then obviously your body will go in the right direction. Your body will move in the right direction because it will try to acquire that original position, original direction in which it was moving. Okay, so here this can be known as this can be explained that this is the inertia of direction. Okay, so Newton's first law of motion is very good law actually. Okay, so now eighth question: at what angle should long jumper jump to achieve the longest range in projectile motion? Longest range in projectile motion. So what should be the angle actually? Guys, if we talk about question number 8, actually this question is from the parabolic motion or projectile motion. Whenever we talk about the projectile motion, then what is the projectile motion we say? What is the projectile motion we say? Actually, if you throw a body at some angle with the ground, okay, that is greater than greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. Greater than 0 degree but the less than 90 degree, and this will be the angle theta. Okay, so this will be the angle theta. Oh, okay, so this will be the angle theta. If suppose that this ball is being thrown with velocity u, and it traces a path, or we can say that it moves on a path, and that is actually of parabolic shape. That is actually of parabolic shape. Okay, then this path is known as, this path is known as, what? uh, Parabolic or a projectile, parabolic path. Parabolic path. Parabolic path. Okay, this is parabolic path, and this is known as, this particle is known as at that the projectile. Okay, and such kind of motion is known as the projectile motion. Guys, if we talk about the horizontal distance traveled by this thing, if we ask about the horizontal distance traveled this horizontal distance, and this horizontal distance, if we talk about this horizontal distance, and this is actually known as range. This is actually known as range. Okay, and suppose that there is gravity, there is some gravity, and this is known as g, is the gravitational acceleration. Okay, if the gravitational acceleration is g, generally the value of gravitational acceleration on the surface of earth, generally, okay, is 9.81 meters per second gravitational acceleration. Okay, so generally the value of gravitational acceleration is g, and the range will be, and r will be equal to u square by g, into sine 2 theta. Okay, sine 2 theta. Suppose that if it is the question is asking for the longest range. Longest range means r should be maximum. Longest range means r should be maximum. If that r is maximum, then obviously u square by g into sine 2 theta, obviously this quantity should be maximum, and this quantity should be maximum, but we know that u and g is the fix, because the speed and the gravitational acceleration is already fixed. Okay, so by varying theta only, we can change the value. So sine 2 theta can have the maximum value. Sine 2 theta can have the maximum value is equal to 1, because we know that sine theta is equal to 1, and that's why sine 2 theta can be equal to sine 90 degree. Okay, sine 90 degree. Okay, suppose this is 2 theta and this is 90, and this is theta is equal to 45 degree. Okay, this is 45 degree. Okay, so for theta is equal to 45. Theta is equal to 45. Theta is equal to 45 degree. Okay, so theta is equal to 45. This is so for theta is equal to 45 degree, the range will be maximum. And guys, you know, you have already heard about the Neeraj Chopra. Neeraj Chopra throws the javelin. When he just do practice, then he just try to throw that javelin at angle equal to 45 degree, so that it can go the maximum distance. So by just doing the practice, setting an angle equal to 45 degree, now you will have to push that very forcefully, so that it can acquire a very high velocity, and it can go just very far away, and then you can it can just acquire a range very high value. Okay, so this is the correct answer here. This is 45 degree. Okay, so guys, just note it down, so that Note it down in your notebook. Okay, let me have a glass of water. Yes, guys. So I think that you have got it, and actually this is a very good question, and it can be asked in the future examinations also, because I have seen that such type of questions are asked in exam. Okay, so let's move ahead. In an object falling freely from zero, in an object falling freely from zero. Actually, this question is talking about the free fall. First of all, you all guys should know about the what is free fall. If you don't know what is free fall, then you will not be able to solve that question. Suppose that, suppose that. Yes, suppose that this is a plastic remote, and I just dropped him like this. Okay, I just dropped him like this. Actually, this was the free fall. This was the free fall. When I drop this, this is the free fall. Then it can be said that this body was falling freely under gravity. Okay. Actually, I am not forcing that to just go down. I have not pushed that. I have not given any initial velocity to that. Okay, I just left that and said to the earth that earth, if you can pull that, then you can pull. I will not force this body to go to you. Okay. Then this body will move under gravity of earth, and in this way we can say that this body falls freely when dropped like this. When we talk about the drop means the initial velocity is zero. Drop means the initial velocity is zero. Okay, so drop means initial velocity is zero actually. Yes, so when we talk about the drop word, then it means the initial velocity of the body is zero. So an object falling freely from zero have the same speed of nopes. This is absolutely wrong. Suppose that when a body when a body falls freely, when a body falls freely, u is equal to 0. This is the initial value of velocity. This is the initial value of velocity. But this body moves under but this body moves under gravity, and it has some acceleration, equal to g, and hence this body acquires some velocity, and this body acquires some velocity like this. After some time, it means after 1 second, the velocity of this body becomes equal to 9.81 meters per second square. Sorry, 9 meters per second. Okay, so then after again 1 second, the velocity of this body again becomes the velocity of this body again be, oh the velocity of this body again becomes equal to the velocity of this body again becomes equal to 9.8 19.62 meters per second. Actually, this is the time taken by this is 1 second, and time taken from here, this one is also 1 second. Okay, so here you can see that the velocity of this body is continuously increasing by 9.81 meters per second. 9.81 meters per second. Okay, 9.81 meters per second. So this is the correct thing. Okay, so here you can say that when a body is dropped from some height above the surface of earth, then the velocity of that body actually increases per second, and the value of the increased velocity during 1 second is 9.81 meters per second. 9.81 meters per second. Okay, so this is so option number A is wrong answer actually. Okay, so have the same speed? No, never. The speed continuously increases, so here A is the correct answer. Okay, now have the same force. It is talking about the have the same force. Yes, it has the same force, and the same force is gravitational force. Yes, gravitational force. It will move under, gravitational force Fg, and Fg will be equal to m into g. Okay, it will realize this m into g, but it will you will experience the weight of this body F is equal to mg only when this body has been placed on any surface. Okay, but during motion the weight of this body will be equal to 0. But during motion this body will experience a force, and that force will be gravitational pull. Because if the earth if the earth doesn't apply any kind of force, then obviously velocity will not increase continuously, or the acceleration will not have any positive value. Okay, so this is option B is the correct one, and C would have the same acceleration. Actually this point is also correct, because the reason is would have the same acceleration, equal to g. When we talk about the free fall, then obviously the acceleration of the body, and this will be equal to g. Okay, so acceleration of the body will be equal to g, have the same force. Actually here B and C options are correct, but most probable and most appropriate answer is the C part. Most appropriate answer is C part. Okay, so have the same force, it can be neglected. Okay, so C can be the correct answer here. Okay, now if the horse starts walking suddenly, then the equestrian, the reason for the possibility of falling is moment of inertia, law of conservation of mass, rest inertia, third law of motion. Actually I have already explained such type of an example by just telling a bus and a passenger. Okay, and the same thing is here, so here the inertia of rest, this is the correct answer. Because suppose that someone is sitting on the horse cart, and the horse just starts moving suddenly, then obviously the man will fall down in the behind. Okay, and then obviously it will try to acquire its body. His body will obviously try to acquire that original position. Okay, so this is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Okay, when a moving bus suddenly applies brakes, the passenger sitting in it fall in the forward direction. Who can explain this? Oh my God, now again and again the same type of questions are coming. It means again and again the same types of questions are coming. It means it means all the things are in your favor actually. Theory of relativity, this is very very galat, this is wrong. Newton's first law, haha, obviously this one is true, because Newton's first law, actually this happens just because of the inertia when we talk about, okay. But the Newton's first law of motion says that obviously a body always try to remain in the same state means the direction, speed, and force, everything. Okay, so here Newton's first law, it means the law of inertia. So it means law of inertia. Okay, so when we talk when law of inertia, okay, so B option will be the correct answer. Option B will be the correct answer. So you guys have any doubt, then you can ask. Okay, please do like this session and share this session among all your friends, so that your friends can also get the benefit of these free lectures. Okay, we have a very strong team at Exampur, and you guys can score very good marks, as lakhs of students have already been got selected who are our students actually. Okay, we were the offline teacher, but now we have some chance to just deliver my knowledge to every corner of every village of India. Okay, so if you are sitting thousands of kilometers from Delhi, then but still I can reach you. You can just reach me. We can just talk live, and this is the revolution in education industry. Okay, so guys, now let's move ahead. And the question is, the change in which the work done by an external force on a system is equal to the change in which the work done by an external force on the system is equal to the change in which the work done by an external force on a system is equal to the kinetic energy. Actually, here the change in which the work is done by an external force on a system. Actually, I will say that all the options should be correct actually. Okay, all the options should be correct, but I know that this question is talking about the kinetic energy, because according to this question, author was thinking about that. Suppose that when author was thinking about then this ball is moving with 2 meters per second, and its mass is 1 kilogram, and if we apply some force, and if we apply some force okay, and if we apply some force, then obviously the velocity, obviously the velocity will become 4 meters per second. Mass will remain same, 1 kg. Okay, then if we continue applying force F, and the distance traveled by this is, suppose that S, then obviously the velocity of this body will increase. The velocity of this body will increase, then obviously the kinetic energy will also increase. Here the kinetic energy is K1, and here the kinetic energy is K2. Okay, so K1 will be equal to 1 by 2 m into v square. Okay, 1 into 2 square, and K2, this will be equal to 1 by 2 into 1 into 4 square. Okay, so K1, and this will be equal to 2 joules. Okay, and this K2 will be equal to 16 by 2, and this will be equal to 8 joules. Okay, so we can say that the change in kinetic energy, will be equal to 8 minus 2 is equal to 6 joules, and it means the work, as in the this is equal to the work done. Then obviously the change in kinetic energy equal to the work done. But I have some more examples in which I can say that I have done some work, and then the change in potential energy also took place, and change in kinetic energy also took place. If both of these took place, then obviously the total energy took place. Okay, because suppose that there is a ramp. Suppose that there is a ramp, and pushing this, pushing this cylinder, okay, in the this on the slope, okay, and in this way continuously, suppose that we are acquiring some velocity also, as well as we are continuously raising our height also. Okay, so in this way the height is continuously increasing, and suppose that if I am applying some work, I am applying some force, and I'm just continuously applying force, and just increasing the force step by step, then obviously the velocity will keep on increasing. As well as the height will also keep on increasing. In this way the kinetic energy will also change. And the height will also change. Or we can say that the initially, or we can say, instead of increasing the velocity, we can say that initially this cylinder was at this position, and I just pushing that cylinder with a very high speed. Okay, then initially the kinetic energy was very very high, but but slowly, I just moved above. Okay, and on through the slope, then the height of this body continuously increased, as well as the velocity of that body continuously decreased. And here we can also say that uh, the change in potential energy also take place, and the change in kinetic energy also take place. Okay, but suppose that I have, and then I can also manage that the change, that a decrease in the kinetic energy will should be less than, yeah, or should be greater than, should be less than the increase in the potential energy. Then it can be said that the total energy change also took place. Okay, so this one is the correct answer. Abhishek, hello. Abhishek Singh Thakur, hello. Kaise ho? How are you, Abhishek? How are you, Abhishek? Where are you just watching? Okay, so this one is the SI unit of work. If we talk about the SI unit of work, then which one will be the correct answer? When we talk about the work, SI unit of work, actually work can be defined as the force multiplied by displacement. Okay, so force is nothing but the Newton, and this is nothing but the meter. Okay, so this is Newton meter, and this is joule, and this is joule. Okay, so force into displacement, Newton into meter, and this is equal to joule. Okay, so when we talk about 1 joule, then obviously 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton, then obviously 1 Newton into 1 meter. 1 Newton equal to 1 meter, and this 1 Newton is 10 to the power 5 erg. Oh, sorry, 10 to the power 5 dyne, dyne, dyne into 10 to the power 2 centimeter, and this is equal to 10 to the power 7 bracket dyne into centimeter, and this is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg. Okay, so this is 1 joule, and this is 1 joule. Okay, so 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg. So here erg is the CGL unit, actually CGS unit. This is ERG. Okay, so when we talk about the work, okay, so joule This is MKS unit or SI unit, we can say. Okay, but the arg is the CGS unit. CGS unit in the sense in which the length is measured in centimeter and the mass in grams, and the time in seconds, okay. In both the cases the time is measured in seconds, okay. So again the new question is, work done by an object can be positive, negative, zero, all the yes, all the options are correct. All the options are correct. Okay. Work done by an object can be positive, negative, and zero, because positive work can be done. Work work will be positive only when positive only when the force and the displacement both are in same direction. Okay, both are in same direction. Okay, now work will be negative, and the work will be negative, and the work will be negative if the force and the displacement both are in opposite direction. Okay, and suppose that work is equal to 0. Work is equal to 0, it means the force is perpendicular to D. Force is perpendicular to D. So here these three options are correct. So here these three options are correct. Okay, so guys, if you got all the points, all the questions I discussed today, and then you can please do comment. If you are watching this video after the live session, then please do comment. And if you want that I must discuss any specific chapter, the questions from a specific chapter, then please do comment in the comment box and let me know. I will discuss. Okay, so if you have any doubt, any questions, then you can send those questions. Okay, and you can send those questions, then I will also discuss. I can also discuss those questions in this session. It will be a very good thing if you have questions, but the only genuine questions will be discussed. Okay, so this session is over for today, and tomorrow onwards we will also discuss some more questions. So be there and keep learning. Be there and keep learning continuously. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.